You're likely eating enough protein, but you're still losing muscle strength every month. Why? Because the way you've been taught to eat protein your entire life is actually starving your muscles after age 60. I'm a dietitian, and what I discovered about the most common mealtime habit shocked me to my core. This single, innocent mistake, made by nearly 95% of people in your age group, shuts down your body's ability to repair and grow new muscle tissue. If you don't fix this one error today, that slow decline in strength will accelerate, threatening your independence sooner than you think. The solution isn't some expensive supplement or a brutal workout plan. The solution is to stop this one critical protein mistake. Today, I am going to expose the hidden truths about protein and muscle loss after 60. I'm going to give you the exact science-backed plan to flip the switch in your body, to turn it from a muscle-wasting machine into a muscle-rebuilding one. We are going to do this by revealing the 4 pillars of muscle-proofing your body. We'll count them down from number 4. But I promise you, number 2 is the one that will change your life. It's the mistake from the title, and it's the one almost everyone is making. Pillar number 4, the how much myth, and why your doctor's number is dangerously low. For decades, we've been told a number. It's called the RDA, or Recommended Dietary Allowance. For protein, it's set at 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. For a 150-pound person, that's only about 55 grams of protein a day. As a dietitian, I'm here to tell you, for anyone over 60, that number is not just wrong, it's dangerously low. It was designed to prevent a deficiency in a sedentary 30-year-old, not to build or even maintain muscle in a 65-year-old. Here is the truth. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat. It's a cruel twist of aging. Scientists call it anabolic resistance. Think of it this way. When you were 25, you could eat a small chicken breast, and your muscles would suck up every last bit of protein like a dry sponge. But now, at 65, your muscles are more like a damp sponge. They're resistant. You have to press harder to get the water, the protein, to absorb. What does pressing harder mean? It means you need more protein, substantially more. The leading scientific bodies in geriatrics, the people who study aging and muscle for a living, now recommend a minimum of 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for older adults. Pillar number 3, the what kind secret, the ignition key your muscles are missing. If you've been listening to mainstream health advice, you've probably heard that all protein is created equal, or that as long as you get all your amino acids, it doesn't matter where it comes from. For a 30-year-old, that's mostly true. For a 60-year-old, it's a lie. Remember that anabolic resistance we talked about? That damp sponge effect? It means our muscles don't just need more protein, they need a stronger signal to even start the muscle-building process. That signal has a name. It's a specific amino acid called leucine. If protein is the brick to build your muscle wall, leucine is the ignition key that starts the entire construction project. Without enough leucine in a meal, the construction crew, your body's muscle-building machinery, literally just sits there. The bricks, the other proteins, are delivered to the site, but nobody starts building. This is the hidden reason so many seniors who switch to what they think is a healthier, plant-based diet suddenly feel themselves getting weaker. They're eating plenty of beans, nuts, and lentils, but they're not getting enough leucine at one time to turn the key. Let me tell you about Barbara. She was 68, a passionate gardener, and had recently become a vegetarian for ethical reasons. She was eating wonderfully: lentil soups, black bean burgers, handfuls of almonds. Her total protein was high, over 80 grams a day. Yet her doctor was alarmed at her muscle loss. She came to me confused. "I'm eating more protein than ever," she said. We looked at her diet. Her meals were just barely missing the leucine target. That ignition key wasn't getting turned. The scientific consensus is that a senior needs about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to kickstart muscle protein synthesis. This brings us to the most important part of this entire video. Pillar number 2, the great protein distribution mistake. This is what's shrinking your muscles. This is it. This is the mistake from the title. This is the one I'm shocked no one is talking about. I want you to think about how you eat. Be honest. Does this sound like you? Breakfast, a cup of coffee, maybe a piece of toast, a bowl of oatmeal, or some fruit. Maybe 5 to 10 grams of protein. Lunch, a light salad, maybe with a little chicken, or a cup of soup. Maybe 15 to 20 grams of protein. Dinner, the real meal. A big 8-ounce steak, a huge chicken breast, a large fillet of fish, a whopping 50, 60, or even 70 grams of protein. You add it all up. 10 plus 20 plus 60 equals 90 grams. You hit your target. You did exactly what Frank did. You hit your how much number, and yet, you are still losing muscle. Why? Because you have just wasted almost half of that protein. Here's the truth that will change everything for you. Your body cannot store protein for later. You can't eat all your protein at dinner and expect your body to save it to repair your muscles the next morning. It doesn't work that way. Even more shocking, your body has a limit on how much protein it can use for muscle building at any single meal. Think of your muscles like a small gas tank. That tank can only hold about 10 gallons of gas. At dinner, you're pumping 30 gallons. What happens? 20 gallons just spill out onto the pavement, completely wasted. Scientifically, this is called the muscle full effect. Research has shown over and over that for an older adult, the maximum amount of protein your body can use to build muscle in one sitting is, you guessed it, about 30 to 40 grams. Anything you eat above that 40-gram limit does not go to your muscles. It gets broken down, converted into sugar glucose for energy, or worse, stored as fat. So that 60-gram steak you ate, your muscles took the first 30 to 40 grams. The other 20 to 30 grams? Wasted. Gone. But the real tragedy isn't what happens at dinner. It's what happens at breakfast and lunch. At breakfast, when you ate that 10 grams of protein from your oatmeal, you failed to hit the leucine threshold. You didn't turn the ignition key, so no muscle building happened. At lunch, when you ate 20 grams, you still probably didn't hit that 3-gram leucine target. You didn't send the signal. Again, no muscle building. So, from the moment you woke up until 6 p.m., your body was in a catabolic state. That's a scientific term for breaking itself down. Your body, desperate for amino acids to run your heart and your brain, was literally eating your own muscles to survive. You starved your muscles for 20 hours, then you flooded them with an amount they couldn't possibly use for 4 hours. This is the great protein mistake. You are breaking down muscle all day and wasting your protein all night. So what is the solution? It is so simple, it's almost elegant. It's called even protein distribution. Instead of the 10-20-60 split, you must aim for a 30-30-30 split. The goal is to hit that ignition number, that 30 grams of high-quality, high-leucine protein at breakfast, at lunch, and at dinner. When you do this, you flip the switch. You trigger muscle protein synthesis 3 times a day instead of just once. You stop the 20 hours of muscle breakdown. You keep your body in an anabolic muscle-building state all day long. Pillar number 1, the forgotten activator, giving your protein a job to do. You can eat all the protein in the world. You can time it perfectly, 30 grams at a time. You can make sure it's packed with leucine. But if you are sitting in a chair all day, your body is still confused. It's getting all these bricks, all these construction workers all day long, but it's not getting the blueprint. It doesn't know what to build. Exercise is the blueprint. Specifically, resistance exercise is the text message you send to your muscles that says, "Hey, I need you. I'm under stress here. Take all that protein I just drank and send it to my legs, send it to my arms, rebuild me and make me stronger." When you do this, you make that damp sponge of your muscles thirsty again. You wring it out, making it desperate to soak up the protein you're about to eat. This is why the smartest thing you can possibly do is have your 30-gram protein meal within an hour after you do some form of exercise. Now I see the look on your face. Exercise? Resistance training? I'm 70 years old. I have a bad knee. You want me to go to a gym and lift weights? Absolutely not. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy weights. You just need to challenge your muscles. Your living room is the only gym you need. Your new life starts tomorrow. This is what I want you to understand. This weakness you're feeling is not a one-way street. It is not an unavoidable part of getting older. It is the result of a series of hidden mistakes. The how much mistake, believing the old, low RDA was enough. The what kind mistake, ignoring the power of the ignition key, leucine. The forgotten activator, mistake, eating protein without giving it a blueprint. And the biggest, most damaging mistake of all, the protein distribution mistake, starving your muscles all day and flooding them at night. This is not your fault. You were following the rules, but the rules were wrong. Now, you have the truth. You have the new rules. Your new life begins tomorrow morning. When you wake up, I want you to have one goal. Hit 30 grams of protein. Whether it's a 30-second whey shake, a bowl of Greek yogurt and eggs, or a cup of cottage cheese, I don't care. Just do it. Send that first muscle-building signal. Then, at lunch, do it again. And at dinner, do it again. And just once during that day, challenge your muscles. Do 10 chair squats. Do 10 wall push-ups. Send the blueprint. This is the secret. This is what's been hidden. This is how you stop the shrinking. This is how you take back your strength, your confidence, and your independence. I have spent my entire career watching patients like Frank, Barbara, James, and Margaret get their lives back. Not with a pill, but with this knowledge. Now you have it too. I'm so passionate about this, and I want to help you. So let's start a conversation right now in the comments. I want you to be honest. What did you eat for breakfast this morning? Let's talk about it. Let's figure out how to get you to that 30-gram goal. I will be reading and responding to as many as I can. And if you found this helpful, if you feel like a light bulb just went on, please subscribe to this channel. My only mission is to give you the no-nonsense, science-backed truths to help you live a stronger, healthier life.